Hello and welcome to top 8 of the Aldershot Regional with me, Rebecca, and joined as always by Richard.
Hello.
Hello, Richard. So we've got Isian again on the right, so we've seen him in a couple of games now. He's playing NW Fealty, and we've probably got a really good idea of what his deck does by this point. And he's facing against Rowan Gavin playing Lanni Summer. So we've not seen Rowan on our channel before, I believe. So welcome, Rowan. And
that's a nice house card you got there.
Yeah, so Rowan's using the prize support house cards that were given out at the Aldershot Regional. So this one is the Aldershot Regional house cards were depicting a long beach scene, and each part of the beach had different members of the different families doing different things. So on this card, can't see, but it's Tyrion Lannister, and he's a surfboarding shop. Which is without his board.
Without his board. And Isian also has a nice house card.
Done by Monica. And given out the Warboard Regional, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And luckily, I have a set of both.
You're a very lucky man.
Thank you.
So, just looking at the boards then. So we've got on Rowan's side a Rose Road, a Chud Reducer, Maester Pycelle, and Aldershot Raiders. And on Isian's side, we have, it looks like the wall down the bottom there in his arm. I can't quite see the other location. Maybe a Rose Road? Oh, I think we established this was a King's Road in the last game. Then we also have Steward at the Wall and the Glare.
I think it's the Mason.
Oh, yeah, it is. Churchill Mason. So Isian opened up with Heads and Spikes to Rowan's Late Summer Feast. However, Isian missing there and just hitting Bodyguard. So, don't know how big a thing that's going to be for Rowan, but you know, at least it's not a character, right?
Yeah, at least it's not character right. I mean, he doesn't have any lords to put that bodyguard on yet, so.
No, but
he does have
Lanni.
a lot of gold.
He does. I think.
But he's opening up that plot everyone's whinging about.
He is.
Late Summer Feast, but he's in the top 8 of a regional.
Exactly.
Can't be bad, can it?
Can't be all bad.
He's gonna get 11 gold.
That is a nice amount of gold. Yeah, because it's summer, isn't it? So he gets hits for gold. Yeah.
A reducer as well.
He's going to have all the economy.
Whereas Isian's going to have 4 gold and a King's Road. And Fealty.
Yeah, he's going to have a fair amount of gold.
And a Chud reducer.
I think both of them are okay for economy at this point. Oh, wow, okay. Big hits the board straight away. So that's Tywin coming out there. A bodyguard on him would have been lovely. And the Landsport Guard, looks like he's not triggering the effect though.
No trigger.
And I did notice there that there was a Nightmares in Rowan's hand as well, so that might be used later on the wall possibly.
Ooh.
And Rowan's got a sort of a mixed match of different tokens and gold coins, but I'm pretty sure he's still got gold there on his plot card.
They're these tiny little...
like little gold nugget things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got one left over. So I think it's over to Isian's marshalling here. Big board is up against. What do you think he's going to be trying to marshal?
I don't know, but it's quite intimidating, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Tywin opposite you is always going to be intimidating. And Aldershot Raiders can be very annoying because if they get through, they're just going to be getting rid of all of Isian's attachments, and Night's Watch tend to have quite a few.
Well, Isian Mason now had the Dragonglass Dagger and is now a Tricon.
Wow. Yeah, because I guess the locations are out.
The third one, yeah, third attachment.
Old Forest Hunter there as well. Remember what the Dragonglass Dagger does?
Give them +2 strength and make them immune to character abilities while doing the challenge.
Does that mean that if Shadowtail Mason defended against the Aldershot Raiders, the Aldershots wouldn't be able to get rid of the dagger? Because that's a character ability, right?
I think the Mason is immune, but the Aldershot Raider targets the attachment, not the Mason.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not.
If you know the answer...
Don't comment and make us look bad. Keep it to yourself. Thank you.
That's not quite what I was thinking. And, what's that bloody location? Is that Eastwatch? No.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Eastwatch by the sea.
Oh, what an awesome guess. I had no idea what it was. I was completely guessing that one.
It's the little reserve modifier at the bottom of the card,
Mm-hmm.
which tells me it's Eastwatch. So if he had a higher reserve at the beginning of the dominant phase, as a reaction to the dominant phase beginning, he can draw a card.
Nice.
I'm guessing you play that because you're going to have a higher reserve, especially now with Eastwatch out.
That's very true. So an intrigue challenge going through from Pycelle. Defending just with the steward, which means that Rowan does win. Claiming what was it? But he couldn't use that in this challenge because Fealty has been out already this turn. And also they both remembered for the late summer feast, so Isian got a card, but then Pycelle got a card from Insight, so I guess it went both ways. Military coming in from the Aldershot Raiders here. Defend.
You sure you want to do that? Rowan's asking the question now, see if you can get the wall knelt. Because if you want to successfully defend it, you have to use the mason.
Oh, he's going to.
You want to keep his little attachment?
He does. I'm quite surprised about that. So Rowan's going to get through the unopposed power challenge now.
It'd just be a wasted attachment if you didn't defend it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, you know, you might as well keep the fealty up and marshal Eastwatch instead with the money and leave the fealty for Ed.
Yeah, that's very
If
true.
that's what you wanted to do, so.
So yeah, so the power challenge was won by Tywin, so we get unopposed plus the renown on Tywin. But that does leave Isian free to come back with a military challenge from the Old Forest Hunter.
Yep, 2 strength. Rowan can't win it, obviously.
No, not
I mean,
just with
in
the
an
guard.
obvious manner. Not obviously you can't win it. So yeah.
Well done.
Is there a defender?
I think he's just considering. I'd assume you just kneel the guard, so it's not opposed.
Maybe not. Maybe there's an important consideration we have not considered.
No, let it go unopposed. And just claim the chud there. Does that mean that he gets Dom though?
I think he does.
Yeah, it might have been going for the Dom then.
No, Isian had no gold. And Rowan had 1 gold anyway. So maybe he wants to do something. No.
I think Rowan was about to nightmares the wall then and realised that the wall had already been knelt.
One step ahead of himself.
Yeah. You can save that for next round. Yeah, it's taking.
Maybe
the Dom
that's why
there.
he didn't need it, so he would win Dom because he wanted to nightmare the wall.
Oh. Maybe.
Maybe
I
not.
don't know why that makes much difference actually. I'm sitting here trying to think why that would work.
Well, if he'd nightmared the wall, he wouldn't have had to go for Dom.
But he had a guard standing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm there.
You get it.
So yeah, he could have just knelt the guard.
What's coming on now? What are we going to get? Here to serve.
Lots.
Varys' riddle from Isian. Wow, we can see Rowan playing double marched.
Oh, is he?
It looks like a double marched.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it is. Oh, that could be mean.
That's interesting.
I don't really know what I'd expect here.
I mean, in a Lanni Summer deck,
Yeah, do you not find that normal?
well, they're not summer plots and you're running 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, that's the point.
Maybe it's not that focused on summer.
Oh! Well, I guess Tywin's on the board.
Yeah, so gets rid of the Raiders, gets rid of Tywin, gets rid of a lot of problems. Okay, he has no claim. That's probably not that much of an issue for Isian. He's gonna get what? Is that still got that King's Road? So that's 3 resources. He has a vault that will trigger for 2 gold from Valar. So he's gonna have 7 resources plus fealty.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Also, just worth noting that although Valar is 0 initiative, because of that King's Road, they were tied for initiative. And with Isian having less power than Rowan, it does mean that Isian got to choose Rowan to go first.
Wow,
So that worked out quite well for him.
that worked out really well for him.
And of course, Tywin dying means that Rowan's going to get a little bit less gold this turn, and he
But
also
not
lost
that
the
much
power.
less gold.
It's 2 gold. Can make a big difference. I mean, how many times do I moan at you that I just needed 1 more gold?
Yeah, but you're just gold hungry. You're just a gold digger.
Gold digger. Say like that. I'm here for your accounting skills, not your money.
Don't start. Right, so yeah, Rowan's got gold.
Well done. Ooh, Ilan Payne.
The Chud Killer.
That's quite good against Night's Watch.
I agree.
Because they do have a lot of characters that are quite low in cost.
You can target, kill which character, whichever icon, and then unoppose with your guy that he doesn't yet have.
So it's printed gold cost 3 or lower, isn't it?
It is correct. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So you've got. Okay, well, that's not gonna be doing anything then. So we've got Ilan Payne out, who is now blank, so it doesn't really matter what he does. And also Podrick, which he's all right, but he's quite fun as a character to keep in hand if you've got Tyrion out. If you remember the card, I think it's you can ambush him in for 2 to save like a character, and if that character is Tyrion that you're saving, then you can pay another 2 to kill the attacking characters.
Yep.
Which is a really fun one to play because a lot of people forget about it.
Yeah, I always forget about it. Howler and what's the one with the glare?
I can't quite tell.
Is it Aemon?
It might be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Aemon with a Howler who has a what was it on there?
2 daggers, 2 dragonglass daggers, or is that a practice
they're
blade?
Different. I think one's a practice blade and one's a dagger.
Well, so that would make him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength in a challenge.
Nice. So we've got a cheeky.
And then he can kneel them
Yeah.
to be 8. He can kneel Eastwatch for 9. 9 strength.
So we had a military coming through from Podrick, which is defended with Howder. Power coming through from Ilan Payne, which, so far as I can tell, Ilian's not. Ilian, what the? Isian! I'm going to get there eventually. Isian can't defend, and because there's no power icons on his side.
Ilian has Muja.
Yeah.
Isian Payne.
So the wall does get knelt because there was an undefended challenge, and then Isian comes back with an unopposed intrigue challenge from Aemon. And then
When Dom killed the bird.
Yeah, taking Dom.
He stands, doesn't trigger the bird, which is fortunate because we know Rowan has double marched.
Maybe that's why. Maybe Isian knows a little bit about Rowan's deck.
Maybe.
Okay, so what do you think plot-wise here then? I think Rowan needs a little bit more fluff on the board if possible.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure what Isian will play. He doesn't need to play here to serve now. I don't know if he runs it actually. He does run it because it's there. Into close call.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that Rowan would close call
Tywin's not really dead.
There he is, back again. So Rowan gets to draw a card because of that. And Isian just going to get the dupe on Maester Aemon. Because although Isian's played his Valar, you know, there's a very good chance Rowan will probably have it too.
Well, at least Isian doesn't have to worry about first snow this game. Because you know Lannister can do well with first snow. With the Hound and Burn Men come back to hand and being able to be ambushed out. That's not going to happen in this game because Lanni Summer.
Oh yeah.
So no winter plot.
Totally didn't twig that.
Were you thinking, what the hell are you talking about? No first snow. How do you know this?
Basically, that's basically what I was thinking. I realised I was nodding then. I was like, no one can hear me nodding, so I figured I'd actually verbally reply.
You looked very wise.
Thank you. So
let's talk about Rowan.
Right.
He's from the Norwich area. I've seen him play a few games. He does like to play decks that aren't your normal, you know, deck. They have a janky element to them sometimes. But I don't think this is actually Rowan's deck. I think he put in for the older swap. And he's playing someone else's deck.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's having fun. Because he's got Lanni cards in it and they seem quite strong.
But he's in top 8.
He is in the top 8.
So that's always nice. And he has just marshalled the mountain, which also seems nice.
Yeah.
To an extent. Not nice to be the person, of course.
Well, Isian's just going to deal with it, isn't he?
He's probably going to put a craven on or something stupid, isn't he? The King's Road in and out, paying for Benjen. And we saw in the last game, Isian Valar to kill his own Benjen for the win.
Yep.
But he's already used his Valar, so we know he can't do that now. And interesting, another Dragonglass dagger on Howder.
The strongest Howder in the land.
Yeah, he's on like 8 strength without needing anything.
That seems fun.
Pretty good.
Milky.
At least he can still attack, right? At least he's not a craven.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you want to kill Benjen? Benjen Neil to defend the military could just kill him off. I know that his deck actually won 3 Benjen.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
I think Benjen's one of those cards where you can run all 3 quite happily, and it's well, actually saying that, it's only against Lannister where you have to be careful. I've been caught a couple of times where I've thought, oh yeah, I'll play my Benjen, and they've treacheryed it, and he's actually died. That was very sad. But I guess that's my fault for doing it when I didn't have a Hand's Judgment in hand, so...
Sometimes people don't run Hand Judgment. I don't know if this Nightwatch deck would run Hand Judgment.
I don't know. Is Isian posted his deck online at all?
I think it's Tamas's deck.
Oh, okay.
Because Tamas told me that he gave his deck to Darren and Isian, and they were going to play it at UK National. Only Isian obviously thought, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to play Greyjoy main. And Darren, like a loyal man he is, took Tamas's deck.
Oh, so that was what you played at Nationals? Because
Yes.
Darren got to the final, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Darren and Tamas, for your...
You make him sound like a couple. Congratulations
for
to
your
Darren and Tamas
engagement.
for your union together in this tournament.
So we've got 2 milked characters on Rowan's side here. So Illan's milked, Mountain's milked. We're going to have Illan coming in with an intrigue for 4, which is getting defended by Aemon, and pumped up using some naughty Howder Neely shit.
Naughty Howder?
Neely shit.
You made that sound weird.
Okay.
Naughty Howder.
Naughty Howder Neely shit.
Why is it naughty?
Because it's annoying and I don't like it.
Oh, so it's annoying Howder Neely shit. Not naughty, annoying. Oh, look.
So Howder kneeling to defend the military that's coming in from the mountain. Does he win?
Who?
Isian.
I don't think so. I think he ensured that he can't win it by 5.
Oh, okay.
At the
Yeah,
very
because
least.
Rowan's got a little bit of gold left over, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then the power coming through from Podrick, which is defended by Benjen. Oh, there we go. There's that Nightmares. Gonna play it now.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, there we go. So Nightmares in the wall. So the wall's not going to be triggering this turn. And also playing a Daring Rescue on Cyril and Payne, bringing him back to hand and giving the mountain a power. And this means that it gets rid of that milk that was on Ill and Payne. So I guess he's planning to play him out next turn so he can start chomping away at those annoying characters.
Chomping away.
Well,
Is he going to eat them?
Pretty much. He's basically Greywind, but in man form.
That would be quite surprising to see Ilan Payne chained up in the kennel, and then brought out as Ilan Payne leaps to spring on his unsuspecting enemy. And maybe it'd be fun to see the mountain ride him into battle, like Rob does Greywind.
Might happen. You never know. Just a mountain being piggybacked.
Well, there you go.
So, poor Rowan. So he's probably hoping to hit a nice high goal plot there so that he could play out Ilan again. and instead hitting and counting coppers. So
Well, you say poor Rowan, he's going to be able to play Ellen because he'll get 4 gold, 5 for Summer, 6 for the Rose Road. He's got a fiefdom as well. Is that a second Rose Road? It is. So he's going to have 8 resources. He could play Ellen if he wants.
Yeah, but generally, you're playing Summer Harvest because you want to hit something big.
I think you're playing Summer Harvest so you can get 2 more gold than your opponent. So whatever happens, you will always get 2 more gold than your opponent.
Not necessarily, because your opponent might have loads of econ locations.
You know what I mean?
I don't mean. I'm just pedantic.
So, yeah, I mean, he's playing Kings of Summer. It's a summer plot.
Just works, right?
It probably is a little disappointing.
Oh yeah, he gets an extra gold because it's summer as well.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Isian's got some more cards now, which will help in
Yeah.
life.
It's life in general.
Life in general, yeah.
Cool. So I think Isian's got a pretty strong board at the moment for protection. He did take the opportunity to take an action to get 2 gold, so he has got 2 gold ready. Sometimes it's useful to have in the marshalling whilst your opponent's marshalling in case he wanted to nightmare something. But I don't really think there's anything that Isian will want to nightmares at this point.
Nope.
So he might also just be doing it to make sure that he doesn't get his vault nightmares, because that would be sad.
Yeah, econ's important when you play counting coppers.
Can make a big difference sometimes.
Although, you know, Isian had defended the wall last turn, didn't get to trigger it because of nightmares. But if Rowan doesn't play anything significant, then he may stand a chance of doing it again.
So Rowan there has played out Still in Pain, and he's going to take an action to kill someone, I think, or not. No, he's stop him. Okay, maybe not going to use Ilan yet. The risk with Ilan is sometimes you'll be like, okay, I'll wait and see what my opponent marshals, and then your opponent will just pass challenges or pass actions and go straight to the challenges phase, and then you don't get to use them. So, for example, there, Isian has just nightmares Ilan before we could do anything. So that's a shame. Although there was an action window after Ilan was marshalled, so Isian was completely within his rights to do that. He gets an action before Ilan can do anything.
It's true.
But that would explain why he wanted the gold from the vaults.
Yeah, I say so. But now you've got 4 resources now to marshal something.
He should actually get another 2, I think. I don't think he's taken count on Copper's gold, block gold yet, has he?
Yeah. I think he did. He spent 1 on the nightmare, and then he spent the other 1 on fealty to get 2 back from the vault.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
So yeah.
So he's now the steward ready to pay for something, and he's still got 3 gold. Another mason.
Another turned on mason. Look at him with his big whacking hammer in his hand. Really going hell for leather at that wall.
Yes, he is.
I will reinforce you, sir. Whack, whack. I don't know, I'm trying to entertain myself here.
I know.
It's gone a little bit slow. Like the pace
do you
has
feel
stopped.
entertained now?
Not really. I feel like I should carry on.
What, just whacking an invisible wall? I mean, I like that you're actually doing the motions as well of whacking a wall.
Well, I'm trying to entertain you as well.
Oh, thank you. But we're meant to be entertaining our viewers, aren't we? We should like up the ante, or banty, or banter.
Maybe you could sing a jingle for us.
I don't have a jingle to sing.
Well, just sing anything.
No.
You sang "Let It Go" to a whole pub. You can sing just for. You can sing for the 2 people that are going to watch this video and Callum's mum.
I was going to say the last time I actually sang in front of everyone was that awful experience at New Year's where I got far too drunk and sang "Let It Go" to the entire pub, came home and vomited on you.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, darling.
Well, I'm glad you're amused.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember actually what happened. I just enjoy the stories afterwards, and your not amused face is quite entertaining. So
shall we focus on the game?
there's nothing happening
Rebecca?
to focus on.
There is a board. There are some attachments and nice watch characters.
Yeah.
Rowan doesn't seem that impressed. He's got closed body language. He's not having fun anymore.
No.
I mean, you got nice watch bullshit, as some people like to call it.
Yeah.
And how to make all the bullshit worse.
So, Rowan going in with an intrigue there. I always forget her name. Is that Lady Cersei's maid?
Cersei the Tendon.
Cersei the Tendon. Oh, I was close enough. And she...
You're thinking of Sansa's maid.
Oh yeah, the new wonderful card that we reviewed.
Which is shit.
So Cersei the Tendon, I believe gets insight if your opponent has no cards in hand.
Correct.
There we go. See, I'm remembering. So that was defended with the Shadow Tower Mason and boosted using Howder's ability.
That's an interesting inclusion into the deck, considering it doesn't really seem that geared into clearing your opponent out of cards in hand. So maybe it's just a cheap 3-strength intrigue icon.
Yeah, 3 for 3. Military coming in from the mountain. So this is the big one that you always have to be a little bit more careful of, because even though he's milked, Rowan might have some tricks with that big military.
You've got no gold.
Yeah, I was just saying, I can't see any of the weird gold things he uses, so...
Benjen kneeling for the military.
Oh, is he going to save it?
Aim and kneel to save.
Okay. I thought he might use Benjen, claim Benjen to get some power, but...
He's playing smart. He doesn't need to use Benjen yet. No need to rush it out.
Yeah. I guess sometimes as well it's good to wait until you've got another Benjen in hand before you do it.
Yeah.
And then the power from Podrick being blocked by Howder.
Guess he knows exactly what he's doing here.
Yeah. So Wall gets triggered. I'm throwing Winds and Dom. And reaction to all of that is Eastwatch draws him a card.
Rowan lets him take it, even though it's a reaction to dominant phase beginning, which is before you take the Iron Power.
Oh, is
Iron
it?
Throne dominant, yeah.
Okay. So it seems slightly behind on his reaction times there.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't realise.
Yeah. A lot of people don't with the less used cards. They sort of forget about when the reactions are meant, like when the actions are supposed to happen and reactions. So
Yeah.
it's easily done.
Easily done.
So we're just going to go on to plots then. Isian seems quite happy with his choice.
Heads on spikes.
Possibly.
Pharisee's riddle. Calling the banners.
To marched, okay. How much does Isian want that gold? So Rowan gets a choice here. I guess make Isian first. 1 gold shouldn't matter too much, right?
That depends.
I mean, Isian going first means that at least Isian's not going to come back with any challenges.
That's what Rowan says.
Yeah. So Isian first there then.
Isian just wants to draw his card. He's not bothered about the gold or the marched. Let's move on.
Yeah, so the march happens. And they both lose a chud. And then draw a couple of cards. Isian's going to get all the gold.
So I mentioned in the last video about Isian wanting a white tree mat.
You did?
Yeah. Well, Isian also would like the the Jon Snow at the wall melee mat. That's also quite rare.
Is this like some weird shopping channel for Isian?
It could be a shopping channel for Isian. You know, I only charge 10%, but you know. So if anyone has a Night's Watch Jon Snow at the wall mat they want to sell, get in touch with Isian.
Or a white tree mat. He also would like one of those.
Yeah. Or if you have anything you want to sell him, just send him a private message. He might listen.
He's going to get some weird messages now.
That would be humorous. I apologise in advance.
I think if Isian gets messages of weird things that people want to try and sell him, I think he just like should make a page and just have like, you know, all the things that people try to sell him because of this channel.
It would have been funnier if we did it in a video he wasn't in, because then he might not watch it and he might not know.
That's true.
But I'm sure he's going to watch this. Especially if he wins.
Yeah? Yeah?
He'll be like reliving the glory day.
Reliving the glory days. Are they over for him now?
Well, with only top 16 at nationals, you know.
You mean person.
Oh no, I'm joking. He knows I'm joking. Monica, look what I did here. That's what he'll be doing. Check out this play I made.
Yeah?
Yeah.
think?
Like I do to you when I'm on.
That's true, actually.
Actually, it's not, because I think the last 3 or 4 times I've been recorded, I lost.
No, but you'll be like, yeah, but look at this. And I'll be like, well done, dear. You lost anyway. Well
Please
done.
leave before you watch the end of the video. Go now.
Yeah. You don't need to watch the last half an hour.
So, Ilin's done some killing. Eamon knelt to save.
Mm-hmm.
But Isian's still got his icon spread. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, so Ilyn
And we also
tried...
had Joffrey do some killing.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Howder died.
Ah, yes, so we should probably sort of say what happened there. So Rowan used Ilyn to try and kill Howder, which Isian knelt Aemon to save. So then Rowan played out Joffrey and knelt him to kill Howder because Aemon was now knelt. So it's quite a good little play of Rowan's there, I think. He was sort of, baiting Isian to kneel Aemon, and then managed to kill Howder anyway. And that takes a lot of the tricks off the board, because Howder was being quite tricksy with those 3 attachments and his little ability.
Howder the pain in the ass.
Yes, basically, he's a pain in the ass. So Rowan must be quite pleased that he managed to get Howder off the board. But Isian does now have Haunted Forest as well to add.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, I know. It's all sort of adding up. So it's becoming more and more difficult for Rowan to break through. Ideally, he'd try and get the Haunted Forest knelt as soon as possible. But Isian's got such a wide spread of icons there, it's going to be difficult for him to get anything through unopposed.
Yeah.
So he's trying for the military with the mountain. So Isian will need to defend with someone because he doesn't want it to go unopposed. He's going to use Benjen for it. And he's taking Benjen for the claim. So Benjen will get shoved back into the deck. Unless we get the 2 power Benjen dying. Or kind of dying.
Kind of dying. Not really dying. He's just doing his thing.
What is dead may never die. So, yep. Next challenges then. So Isian does still have a Tricon standing, plus arranging parties. So he's covered, I think, really. But the Haunted Forest is now knelt, which is good. Ideally, Rowan would like to see some stealth, I imagine, at this point. Especially now Benjen's off the board, it means that the Rangers can be stealthed past.
Well, they don't have a lot of stealth. They had Tyrion.
Exactly.
They do have the Valyrian Steel Dagger, which no one runs. And they really should.
Yeah?
It's really, really good.
But a Tyrion, I think, would be good at this point. So I think Rowan there decided to pass his challenges, and Isian's just gone for Dom because Rowan realised that he couldn't get any of these challenges through.
Yeah.
They went to Dom. Isian got the 2 power for the wall, power for Dom, and he's just doing... I'm guessing he's just discarding for reserve? Yeah, it seems that way. So discarding a dupe of the wall and a dupe of the Iron Throne. Oh yeah, just taking Dom there.
So many cards.
I know. And also discarding a Practice Blade.
How much has Isian got for reserve? 6, 7, 8, 9 for reserve.
9?
Yeah. Because it's summer.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
So 6 on banners, 7 for summer, then Eastwatch and Iron Throne make it 9. You must have so many cards.
I wonder if you realise that that's... Oh, no!
Whoops!
Oh, dear. Isian must be kicking himself.
Damn.
Okay.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. So I think it's relatively straightforward for Rowan here. Just take the bottom row off, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both going. Isian's is a bit harder. Who would you save?
Actually, I'm not sure which is the better choice. Marching the Cersei the Tendant or marching King Joffrey. Because they're just both 3 strength monocons.
Yeah, but Joffrey's ability can still trigger off of other loyal cards, right?
Yeah, but how many are they going to have? If you run 3 Joffrey, you can just march him and marshal another.
That's true.
Maybe he just runs 1.
Isian really can't decide here. Oh dear. Right, saying definitely the Mason. Which I find that surprising, because it's a Triacon, right?
Yeah, but...
And at least it's a bit more flexibility in what you can defend against.
We don't know what he has in hand.
That's true.
That obviously determines your decision at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of cards in hand, so he's probably got enough options.
Eamon's gonna go, isn't he? Oh!
Oh.
Well, Ilin's gonna make Eamon kneel.
That's true. Oh, so yes, maybe he's like concerned because of Ilin killing people, and maybe he wants Eamon to save the chuds and stuff like that.
Because if he starts throwing out Forest Hunter, Steward at the Wall, you know, all these little chuds.
Ilin's just going to pick off the...
Yeah, you want to keep him safe.
Yeah. I'm not really sure who I'd take at this point. I think I might keep the ranging party, possibly.
What, keep or get rid?
Keep, and maybe get rid of Eamon. Because he's got the Haunted Forest to help with the unopposed stuff, and the ranging party is pretty strong to defend, to stop the Haunted Forest from getting out from other things, if you know what I mean. Oh, no, he really can't decide. It's going Eamon. Okay, he's done Eamon and he's drawing cards, so he can't change his mind again here. So, yeah, but I do think that's a very tough decision. Do you know which one you'd have chosen?
Nah.
Nah, and I don't have to make the decision.
Nah, I don't have to make the decision. I could give some high quality insight now, though. I would probably have selected to march Eamon.
Why is this high quality insight?
Well, I'm assuming he's going to have some character in hand, probably with a military or power icon. I think he's still got practice blades. So if you can get out power icon, he can let the Haunted Forest take the intrigue and then try to defend the power challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's on 11 power as well, so he's
I think for me it depends if he's got any forecasters or higher in hand. Which I don't know.
He should do. I mean, he's got like 11 cards in hand now.
He probably got another Benjen.
Oh, but is that a Rattleshirt Raiders? That's gonna be annoying. That'll be getting rid of all those practice blades you're on about. It's got a Rattleshirt's Raiders and a bodyguard on Joffrey. Plus we've got Cersei's Attendant, who's back. Is she non-unique?
She's non-unique.
Oh, okay. And yeah. So now we've got Isian's marshalling. So he's got loads of gold because he's got those vaults, of course, and then Varys' Riddle is 5 gold anyway. So let's see what you can get out of that. Definitely got enough options. Okay, another Benjen.
There you go.
Oh. I don't know if he's got any more kill plots left though.
That's going to win him the game if he can get the wall off. There you go, that's why he marched Eamon. He had forecasters and higher in hand. So he can let the forest take the intrigue as long as he doesn't lose the a military challenge first or whatever.
Yeah. So just needs to make sure he wins the military and the power.
You need to win the challenge before the intrigue comes in, because otherwise...
So really, you do the intrigue last. So you want to do the intrigue last, ideally, then? Because you want to try and force the Haunted Forest down?
Well, would you go in with the Mountain and the Rattleshirt Raiders? Which is
Sorry.
13 strength. You coughed in my face.
I'm sorry.
And that would require, well, both ranging parties and Benjen to kneel.
That's true. Yeah, so I think Rowan should be able to knock the wall down this turn then. Should get the Haunted Forest down. So long as they do it all in the right order.
Yeah, I think the military with the Mountain and the Raiders will knock the forest down, and then he could go in for intrigue. He can't Dolorous Ed.
No, because it's already an out his faction card.
So that, I guess, the way to do it. But then
but of course the military means that Benjen would die or not die. So maybe that's not the best idea, because then he could just not be bothered about the wall, get 2 for Benjamin dying, so that takes 13. Probably get a power coming back. And then Dom.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one for Rowan here.
Fucking Night's Watch.
Do you not like Night's Watch?
I don't mind playing Night's Watch. I don't like playing against Night's Watch. Because you have to think too much. And one doesn't like to think too much when they're playing a game. They just want the easy wins, you know? I just like to be able to nail some cards and win and get some stuff. I don't want to have to think about which order I'm doing my challenges in.
Yeah. It's fair.
Like, that's for cup players.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, you know, we all play this game for fun. And when you're having to math against Night Sword, sometimes that's not as fun.
So many permutations.
Okay.
Like, even Rowan's doing a bit of math now.
So Rowan here is trying to figure out... Yeah, there you go. So he's doing the military. To make sure he can win that. And that means the Haunted Forest will be knelt. So if I was Isian, I'd probably just kneel one of the ranging parties. And that leaves me one ranging party to come back with. Yeah, so just
Why wouldn't you unoppose it?
Yeah, that's true, I guess so.
Oh, the mountains online.
Oh! So reaction to winning, Aldershot Raiders took the milk off the mountain. Benjamin was taken for claim, and 2 power was gained, and Benjamin's gone back into the deck. And now the mountain's pillage is going to happen. But if he hits Benjamin, it doesn't cause Benjamin's effect to work, does it? Is the mountain like placing this in the dead pile?
Yeah, Benjamin's effect wouldn't work, but he hit Corin.
Oh, it's a nice hit.
Doesn't get anything off the board.
No. So the intrigue there coming through, which is unopposed. So Isian now can either get a power through that wouldn't be unopposed, but it would take a power for Rowan.
Unopposed military and Dom, right?
Or unopposed military and Dom, yeah.
Yeah, we could just take the power to be safe.
Okay, so what's he going to do?
Nothing like a burn men to piss on your parade.
Yeah. He's going for the military.
I think he's only got one gold.
Oh yeah, he does. So he's not got quite enough. So military there coming through. Rowan just checking to see if there's anything he can do. Because he could, of course, have like a Hear Me Roar or something to throw something into play.
Tibwid.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have anything he can use. Yeah, so he's taken the unopposed. And then Isian takes Dom. And that's the win. So Isian's through to the top 4.
Nice.
And if you'd like to support our channel, you can do so on patreon.com/The White Walkers. So we'll be showing the top 4 match soon, and I believe I'm in it.
What?
I think so.
What are you doing in the top 4?
I did alright.
Jesus Christ.
So catch us next time, guys. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.